Hi and welcome back. My name is Robert Fender and I want to help you a little bit about conversion and turning actually potential clients into clients or turning potential investors into your company. And yeah, that's what we want to talk about today. So have you ever wondered why it's easier for some people to just have a sales call and close people, and that you feel very comfortable when they go into the meeting, and then there are other people that are very afraid of the sales meeting and they are kind of like messing it up and don't know what to do? Yeah, so today we want to talk about this process and how you can actually help yourself having a better conversion by putting yourself into the right mindset when you go into the meeting. And these are really things that help me a lot. Really imagine I learned these techniques when I was kind of with one of my companies, really right with my back to the wall, and I was really I couldn't escape. And I had to close investors for 50, 100, 200,000 just to survive to the next months. And it was really stressful times. So I learned a couple of things that really helped me to put myself into the right mind, and I realized that these things help as well a lot of people when it just comes to be much more confident in a meeting. So yeah, we have 3 points to talk about. So the first one is actually that I want to talk about how important it is that you actually like and love the own product that you have, that you are kind of trying to sell. Doesn't matter if it's for investors, if you just want to sell a product, it doesn't matter. But really being in love with the product or solution that you are going to sell can help a lot. And it doesn't matter if you are the business owner or just a salesperson, or if you are a salesperson, sorry. But it's very important to actually be in love with the product and to understand how much that can actually help the other side that is sitting on the other side of the table. So you can do this as well by just reminding yourself before the meeting what are really the good parts about it, why this would be a favor that you're doing this person on the other side of the table if you are just giving it to them, right? So, and this can really put you in the right mind, just reminding yourself what are the best things about it, why it's a great product. And if you can't find any reasons why this is a good product, you should dive deeper or kind of give the feedback that you maybe need to improve the product. But this can really help you to actually get into the right mindset. So the second thing is, and this is really important, not for everybody, you might think this, but not for everybody your product or the company that you are trying to do is the best fit. So it's totally okay your job is not to convince somebody to buy, even if it's not the right fit. Your job is to figure out what the other person needs and how your solution actually can fill that problem or be the solution for their problems. And so this can really also super detach you from actually being afraid, because you can just go in, you can figure out what are their needs, what they really need. You can kind of think about your solution, and you can try to figure out together, and you can even communicate this, that you want in this call to figure out if there is a good fit between both of you, and then figure it out. And if there is no good fit, most probably maybe the other person will also realize this, but you can just say, sorry, I don't think that this is the right thing that you need right now. I would recommend more that you do this first, and then we can speak again, or something like this. Or as well, if I had an investor, sometimes that was not really the best right thing for this investor, or he was not in a really good position to actually invest in this type of company. And instead of having this investor and he thinks all the time that he made a mistake, yeah, rather have an investor that actually works, that fits actually in, right? So that can really help, because you're just detaching yourself from you have to perform to convince that person into I have to figure out is this a fit for us? And if yes, then we will work naturally together and no problem, right? Yeah. So the last thing, and this is really also very important, it's just very nice to understand. So some businessman told me this like a while ago, and I really love it since then, because I realized that this is very true. So there's kind of like a rule where, like the 30-30-30 rule, where 30% of all the people that you will talk to, they will just hate your product or hate your service or they hate you. Doesn't matter. It's just like for some people it's such not a good fit that they will really dislike what you're doing. For 30% on the other side, it will be the perfect product and they will just buy and no problem, and they will love it and they will love you. And for other 30%, they just will not really care. Like they don't hate it, they don't like it. Maybe they will be not like. They will maybe buy it, they will maybe not buy it. Doesn't matter. For them it's not important and you are not important. So, and that really helps, because the thing is that it's so hard to actually get like no and get a negative result, and it really makes you feel super bad. And you think it's your fault and that you are the bad person. But most of the time, it's just because it's like they are one of the like 60% that don't like your product or that are not in love with your product. So you can detach yourself very much if you are just thinking from a math perspective. So let's say you have like 100 meetings and like 60 or 70% are just like not going to buy from you because they don't like you or they don't like the product or they are just not interested or it doesn't matter for them, they're just out. And then there are 30% that are really in love with your product. But then still there's a chance that there's right now not the perfect time for them. That could be. And even if they love it, maybe it's not a good time. So maybe from this 30%, like half are not interested. For them it's not the right time, right? So from 100 people that you talk with, there's a very good chance that 15 of them will be actually really liking what you're doing and will be really in love. And of course it can be frustrating, but at the same time it can be very encouraging, because if you do just like enough meetings, or it doesn't even need to be that much, like 15 clients if you talk to 100 people, but let's say you want to win 3 clients, and then you kind of like have to just, how many is that? Like 20 meetings? And you just have to have 20 meetings. You have 20 meetings and there will be 3 people that will do it. And it doesn't matter if it's something for €500 or for $500, or it's something for 20,000 or it's something for 200,000. Doesn't matter. There will be 3 of the right people that you talk with that will do it. And that really can also detach you a lot, because you don't mind actually if somebody says no or yes. Because you know, if they say no, it's just because there are some of the percent, like some of the 85% that will anyhow not buy. And you are happy because you identified that person and you can just move on to the next meeting. So that really helps me actually of being very detached. And the cool thing is that if you are so detached, actually it drives up your conversion rate, sometimes much higher. So maybe it's not 15 people, but it's 28 or something, right? So yeah, I hope that was helpful, and thank you so much for your time and attention. And I really hope that you have like a much better feeling now when going into a sales call. And I wish you the best of luck.